Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal, giving you my thoughts, analysis, and rant. So, on February 26, 2020, Fujifilm has announced the new model from the Fuji X-T3 and now presenting the X-T4. It is an upgraded model of their top of the line crop sensor cameras of the X-T4. And so basically the design looks the same except a lot of video features has been added. And actually battery improvement. There's a feature that is finally something that they finally integrated on the body after so many years of complaining. But you know what? I'm gonna give you my thoughts right now. This camera is spec heavy. It has a lot of things going for it. But if you have an X-T3, should you upgrade? No. I think that you should wait for the X-T5 or X-T6 or X-T7 until they finally get it right, because every model seems to have customer holding back, whether it be limiting something or there's a feature that certain customers just can't live without. So let's get on with the specs first. Price $1,700 body only, and $2,100 with the 18 to 55 lens, and then $2,200 with 16 to 80 millimeter lens. Wow, that is expensive, absolutely expensive. So but the body is made of magnesium alloy. Sensor megapixel is 26 megapixels. APS-C sensor, obviously, with X-Trans processor 4. I swear that name always gets me, X-Trans. So minimum ISO is 80, and then it goes all the way up to 51,200. It has finally in-body image stabilization censorship. Also, it has 5 stops corrections. Not only that, it shoots JPEG and RAW as usual, and then it will have its film modes. Fuji are quite famous for film modes. It has 425 focus points, eye detect, phase detect, phase detect, and face detect. So your face and then sensor type, face detect. Hopefully you understand that. And then second thing they finally added is the fully articulated lens. For some reason, a lot of people in the forums always say they don't need it. Trust me, you need it, and it's so nice to have it. The tilting screen, the screen itself has been upgraded from 1 million to 1.6 million dots. That's actually LCD, not LED. And then the viewfinder is 3.6 million dots, which is pretty good with 100% coverage. A minimum shutter speed is 30 seconds and maximum is 8,000, and then electronic maximum shutter speed is 132,000, which is pretty good. And then it can continuously shoot 20 frames per second. Not only that, the format for videos is H.264 and H.265 and MPEG-4 with a 4K of 60 frames per second. That's with 1.2 crop. You can shoot 4K 60, 50, 30, 25, 24, 23, and then 1080 60, 50, 30, 25, 24. Not only that, 240 and 120 resolution frames per second. It has a vertically placed memory cards, 2 memory cards, not overlapping but vertically placed top and bottom. It's SDHC, not XQD. It comes with USB 3.1 that you can also connect headphone. There is no headphone port on this camera. It comes with micro HDMI, where they include a headphone to USB Type-C, and then it comes with a microphone and the remote control port. The battery has been finally upgraded. It has battery capacity is 500 shots now, which is pretty good. And then there is no GPS. And so the design of it is very well, it's exactly 900%, say 90% of what the X-T4 look like, except certain buttons are placed somewhere, and then the fully articulated screen. So that is the specs. And so here are my thoughts of this camera. If you have an X-T4 and X-T2, should you upgrade? No, you should not upgrade. If you have a Canon, Nikon, full frame cameras, should you upgrade? I'd say yeah, this is a pretty good. I'd say, this is my opinion, I'd say this is a good, well actually I wouldn't say good, a great camera to move to a different system. It's actually smaller than the other cameras out there for a crop sensor. Not only that, it has a lot of features. Now, if you are coming from a Micro Four Thirds such as me, should you upgrade to this camera? Well, that depends. If you think the body is too big, then no. But if you think it's perfect, then yes, get it. I think that based on the price for the body only, it's just for the body only, it's better than the Olympus EM1 Mark III. Now I would wait for this to be on sale. I would not get that. I think it's overpriced. So those are my thoughts of this camera. Let's get to the analysis. Now certainly this camera will move numbers. Will it move Fuji market share? Yes, a little bit, because this camera has something going for it. It's as close as you're gonna get when it comes to a hybrid camera, a video and a picture camera. It's as close as you can get. Now there are limiting factors, but if you want something, you know what, it's gonna be end all be all, I just want one camera to lug around, then this is as close as you're going to get. If your budget has it, then take it. If you think it's too big, then don't take it, obviously. If you are used to the camera that you had, then fine, keep your camera. But if you are a new customer to the Fujifilm, or you're looking for a hybrid shooter, then yes, you should get it. Should you use it as a professional camera? Of course. This camera has a lot of things going for it. Improved battery life, fully articulated screen, microphone port, the speed, phase detect, small lenses or cheap lenses, I guess you can call it that. In terms of camera capability, it has video camera capability, it has 4K. I mean, it has a lot of going for it. And last but not least, it is weathered sealed. And so in the competitive nature of cameras, Fujifilm certainly puts itself right now to me at the top when it comes to hybrid cameras. Better than the GH5, I'd say better than the G9, better than the EM1 Mark III, obviously better than Canons and Nikons, whatever. And certainly, I know I'm praising it right now, but would I get this camera? No. But certainly the market is gonna go with this camera because of the features of the heavy specs, and if it ever goes on sale, then certainly it's gonna be a hard thing to ignore. So let's get on to my rant, okay? To the rant is no headphone jack. Now yes, you can add they include a headphone to USB-C, but you know what, why do I need to? Seriously, the body is big enough to include a headphone port. And here's the thing, with the vertical grip, it comes with a headphone port. Huh? So basically Fuji is telling you, well, if you want a headphone port, buy our accessories. No, I'm not okay with that. Now, the second thing is that the screen, now granted, it's finally fully articulated. Why not OLED? Why still have LCD? Why are we still stuck in LCD here? Now don't tell me it's cheap. Oh, it works well. OLED works. I mean, you've seen it in cameras. Third, crops on videos. Why do we have 1.2 on crop? That's actually a lot, especially if you're trying to get a wider shot. Or what if you want to do a video log of yourself? Well, you're gonna get crop if you are on 4K. Not only so, last but not least, and this is the big one for me, and there's not a lot of rant here, but this is the big one. And just listen very close. Fully articulated screen, the IBIS, microphone port or headphone port, and then the video features. Why did it take this long to implement it? Every iteration seems like Fuji is holding things back. You know the headphone port is going to be on the X-T4 because people are going to complain about it. That is why I don't want you to buy this camera, because especially if you're a hybrid shooter, why get this camera if you know they're going to include the headphone port on the X-T4? That's exactly what I'm saying. Fuji could have done it years ago, but they didn't, and now they're just including it now. So you have more. So they have reasons to tell you that, hey, you should upgrade. You should buy this camera because so and so of this. And that's a big one for me, because it's absolutely frustrating that Fuji has the capability, has the manufacturing, has the technicality to do all those things, and yet they don't. They don't. And this is why I haven't even upgraded to Fuji's yet. I mean, I have M4 III system, and yet I'm watching Fuji, and it seems like, hey, there's something holding this back. I am looking for that end-all be-all camera. I am. But I guess it's gonna take a while. And so, what do you think of this camera? Let me know down in the comments below, okay? And I do read it and I do comments. And so that basically concludes my thoughts, analysis, and rant of the Fuji Film X-T4. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.